Laser beams, cannons, super strength, super durability. There's a reason they call him the Invincible Iron Man, isn't there? Iron Man's armor is one of the coolest weapons in the Marvel universe, so unless you want to get yourself atomized, a straight up fight isn't really the way to go. So maybe we need a more delicate approach, and who better for the subtle sabotage than the Spymaster? Thanks to a recommendation from this commenter, TyGear527. I was originally gonna include Spymaster in a video about underrated Iron Man villains, but after looking into this spectacular Saboteur, I've decided he's cool enough to deserve a video of his very own. Especially because there's quite a lot of ground to cover, because over the years, 3 separate men have held the title of Spymaster, so it's only fair we give each of them a good go. Originally appearing in Iron Man 33, with his true name still unrevealed to this day, we meet the first Spymaster, a mercenary who specialises in espionage, sabotage, and assassination. I think it's pretty cool they don't tell us any secret identity for him. He's a master spy, that's all we need to know. And he's assembled a crew he calls the Espionage Elite, because he's got a mission: destroy Stark Industries. And to do this, he and his crew plan to steal their industrial secrets. Spymaster's got the entourage, the intel and the experience to deal the death blow to Stark's life work. And I do mean blow, because step 1 of the plan is planting a bomb on Stark's property. That's one way to leave no evidence. After several more acts of deliberate destruction, all planned by Spymaster to get his crew on company grounds, the subtlety gets dropped when the bombs go off. But trouble on Stark property sounds like a job for Iron Man. Unfortunately, the man beneath the mask has a meeting with Nick Fury for information on the very mercenaries currently rampaging on his property. Except that's not Nick Fury. It's one of Spymaster's goons. I just want to remind you that while the Espionage Elite seem to be doing all the legwork, the mastermind behind this scheme is indeed Spymaster, and so far it's went off without a hitch, to the point where they've even managed to kidnap Tony Stark. Now he has the owner captive, Spymaster and his gang try to force Stark to open his safe so they can steal the secret documents. But Stark manages to escape by trapping his captors in the lift. But like that's gonna stop him. This fella's called Spymaster, not Spy Amateur. His plot, however, begins to crumble when Stark reaches his armour. Spy Guy's own weaponry puts up a good fight, but he's clearly outmatched. Better to live to fight another day. Spymaster abandons the heist. And to ensure his escape, he takes Iron Man's pal, Jasper Sitwell, hostage. But S.H.I.E.L.D. agent Sitwell doesn't go easy. Spymaster's got no choice but to pop a cap in Jasper. Something Iron Man doesn't appreciate. The good news is it's not just Iron Man who's lost friends here, because the Espionage Elite are arrested, but their leader barely escapes. So far, Spymaster has meant business. We've seen that he's intelligent enough to pull off a very nearly successful heist, and cruel enough to not care who gets hurt while he's doing it. Iron Man is so pissed off, he swears revenge on this ace assassin. And look at this panel, the crew were just tools to Spymaster. They serve their purpose and were discarded. Brutal, mate. We finally learn why Spymaster raided Stark Industries when he comes face to face with his employers, the Zodiac. International criminals themed by the Western Zodiac, and they're displeased by Spymaster's failure. But they do give him one more chance and one more mission. Capture Daredevil, the man without fear. This seems like a fairer matchup if I'm honest. Spymaster is cool so far, but you can't take on Iron Man by yourself. See mate, he sorts Daredevil out. When it's an even playing field, he's alright. Spymaster does his part, but the whole plot falls through because of his stupid employers, the Zodiac. But Spymaster keeps a cool head and once again escapes Iron Man's justice. For an introductory story, Spymaster's done better than most. He's twice escaped capture and got a successful victory over a hero. And I mean, yeah, it's not a hero he's an enemy of, but still, capturing Daredevil's no small feat. It's a shame the spotlight got suddenly stolen by the Zodiac gang, but when you're a mercenary villain, you know, that's the way it goes. The next time we see Iron Man's undercover enemy, he's once again set against Tony Stark. Rogue S.H.I.E.L.D. agents have hired Spymaster to assassinate Stark, and it seems he's accomplished his mission when he puts one right through Tony's skull. But in Stark's line of work, it pays to be paranoid. In actuality, Spymaster popped a life model decoy, and now Tony knows someone's out to get him. But not if Iron Man gets them first. But Iron Man's once again outsmarted by Spymaster. When the escaping plane turns out to be empty, Spymaster's outplayed the Armoured Avenger at every turn so far, and now Iron Man's wasted time, leaving Stark International unguarded. Even when Iron Man does catch up, Spymaster's packing enough heat to melt his metal ass. This is the story that made me realise Spymaster is truly boss. He was handicapped in the first story by having his crew do everything for him, while when he's a solo operator, he's an absolute badass. He's now stolen Iron Man's hover car and crashed into him with it. The disrespect. I don't even care that Iron Man wins in the end. Spymaster's already proven himself a proper legend. This was more like it. He didn't need a crew. He's the Spymaster. He can handle it on his own. But the dark side of being a solo act means there's no one to have your back. So when you bite off more than you can chew, like when we see Spymaster go to war with another sick Iron Man bad guy, the Ghost, he's all on his own. Now it's Ghost's turn to assassinate Stark, and the haunting henchman seems to have pulled it off. But just as before, this Tony is a phony. It's Spymaster in disguise. And he's fuming because he thinks this kill should be his. And ironically, it's Tony Stark himself who stops Spymaster from making Ghost live up to his name. But rather than kill Tony, Spymaster chooses to pursue the escaping spectral supervillain. After all, if Spy kills Tony now, he doesn't get paid for it. The cold-hearted Spymaster doesn't care when Ghost takes a human shield. Absolutely ruthless. But as his name implies, Ghost is hard to hit, intangible, and invisible. It's a shame these two don't get along, because what a team up that would be. The baddies battle through Stark Industries, endangering the lives of everyone there. So of course, Stark's bodyguard, Iron Man, intervenes. Seeing no chance against the Armoured Avenger, the two villains escape using Ghost's portable intangibility devices. But why is the Ghost helping Spymaster after all that? He isn't. Ghost removes Spymaster's device halfway through the wall, and the shock of rematerializing inside a solid object kills the Spymaster. But though the Spymaster is dead, his evil continues, as we see in Iron Man issue 225, where we find out before his demise, he successfully stole the secrets of the Iron Man suits. And he sold them off to Justin Hammer, kicking off Iron Man's coolest story ever, Armor Wars. A grisly end for the original Spymaster, but holy crap, was he cool. The highlight for me was the hit and run with Stark's own car. Proper banter. As soon as he ditched his crew, we really got to see what he was capable of, and he didn't disappoint. I do think facing Iron Man head on is not really his strong suit though. A man called Spymaster should be all about keeping in the shadows. But I can't fault this character at all. Great design, interesting abilities, and a clear goal. The next man to take on the identity of Spymaster is known as Nathan Lemon. First appearing in Iron Man 254, let's see how he compares to the original. What the hell is happening on this cover? Spymaster 2 has learned all he knows of villainy from a very good teacher, the TaskMaster. How many times am I going to say the word master in this video? Lips are getting chapped. Known only as Number 1. He quickly graduates top of his class in skullduggery, sabotaging and assassinating his classmates. Proper teacher's pet, because TaskMaster loves it. Once he's the only student still standing, Lemon's rewards are the role of right-hand man to Justin Hammer and the mantle of Spymaster. But first, there's one final test. Dress up as Father Christmas and spread some holiday cheer. No, I'm kidding. Go and kill Iron Man. The two have a tense showdown in a shopping mall where the new Spymaster proves he's as merciless as the last, not caring if the kids get killed during their fight and during the holidays. But it turns out he's not there to kill Iron Man after all. He's been tasked with stealing the angel ornament atop the Christmas tree, ruining Christmas for the entire town. And rather than risk pointless bloodshed, Iron Man lets Spymaster take the angel and leave. But he's not done with this psychopath yet. In 1998's Iron Man issue 8, Spymaster, alongside an all-new, all-different Espionage elite, have Iron Man right where they want him. A hidden microphone in Tony Stark's office lets Spymaster in on Stark's ironclad secret. Hired by Iron Man's nemesis, the Mandarin, the Espionage elite separate Tony from his armour and beat the crap out of him without mercy. Spymaster watches on as his goons stomp on Stark, and they very easily would have killed him had the Black Widow not crawled up their water spout. Spymaster and his goons escape the Widow and honestly just kind of vanish from the story. And unfortunately, I mean the overall story of Iron Man, because we do not see Lemon again after this. I know, we don't really get a real end to his story, because we only find out he died when his successor, Sinclair Abbott, tells us he had him killed in prison. So I suppose we should find out who the hell Sinclair Abbott is. In the series Iron Man Inevitable, oh, like in the movies we meet Sinclair as the third Spymaster with a cool enough suit, but it's absolutely a downgrade from the style of the others. I could tell you this is the Crimson Dynamo and you might believe me. Yet another Iron Man villain reduced to a guy in power armor. In real life, quotation marks, Sinclair is a wealthy industrialist like Tony, and so he knows Stark personally. He's also a proper sly bastard because instead of fighting Stark, he just makes cheeky jabs at Tony's dark past. The real threat of the book is Ghost, I do love Ghost, threatening both people and property under the funding of Spymaster III. But Iron Man does eventually face his new foe. Abbott seems to have a romanticised vision of villainy, ranting about the beauty of good versus evil while Iron Man punches him in the jaw. Seems his whole plot was designed to make himself a villain worthy of Iron Man, and now he's certainly getting what he wanted. Abbott's games have pushed Tony over the edge, and he only manages to escape because the more immediate threat of the living laser takes the heat off Spymaster. He's cool as hell as well, living laser. This one lacks the fun of the first two, I think, but he's not that kind of old school, swashbuckling, almost flamboyant villain. In the post 9/11 world, Spymaster III is a much more sinister threat, as we see in Iron Man issue 13 during the superhero Civil War. Just like the first two, Spymaster's been hired to assassinate Iron Man, and to do so, he's kidnapped Iron Man's oldest friend, Happy Hogan. But Hogan is no one's hostage. Happy was once Tony Stark's bodyguard, and he falls right back into the role nicely all these years later. But he's too out of practice. The two's fight turns to a fall, and Happy lands hard. Spymaster survives, but Hogan doesn't. This is the greatest blow any of the Spymasters have dealt to Iron Man. This was one of his best, oldest friends, and Iron Man will not be pleased about this. But ultimately, it's not even Iron Man who puts a stop to Spymaster. In the book, The Invincible Iron Man, Spymaster gets forced into a heist in Stark Resilient by the Mandarin and Ezekiel Stane, and it goes terribly. He nearly loses a fight to Iron Man's lady friend, Beth Cabe, and then he gets a cap in his ass. Spymaster's hospitalised, but he regains consciousness soon enough. But it seems that Abbott has had enough. If this is indeed still Abbott, it doesn't look like him anymore. He reaches for a policeman's gun and the other cops have no choice but to put him down for good. So, like most supervillains with legacies, the original was by far the best. He was so good at his job, even we, who have omnipresent sight over the Marvel Universe, never learned his identity. He was a proper fun bad guy, and you know he loved his job. Lemon was also pretty good. It's interesting how he earned his title by being a student of TaskMaster, and his first story was dead fun with the Father Christmas disguise. It's a shame we didn't see more of him, because Spymaster fell to that primal need of Marvel's to turn Iron Man villains boring. Spymaster III was obviously their attempt to reboot him for the movies. Almost every Iron Man villain has become this power-armoured thug, and they've lost their uniqueness because of it. As I said, this design could be any old villain. It's nothing like Spymaster. It's not even got his logo with the knife through the globe. Yeah, he did the most damage, but it was during Marvel's edgy phase around Civil War. Even the art was bloody dark and gritty. Overall though, Spymaster, sick mate. This villain had a very interesting angle. He didn't need to beat up Iron Man to win, as we saw when he was very capable in sneaking onto Stark property and sabotaging it. So why even bother revealing yourself to Iron Man? Just go in, plant the bomb and leave. I'm definitely looking into more Iron Man villains coming up. I've got a particular liking for the Living Laser and the Ghost. Basically any villain that's not just evil Iron Man armour. Variation is key to interesting stories. What did you think of Spymaster? Which one was your favourite? And if you've got any suggestions for other villains I should check out, let me know. Cheers!